dude, how do I get her to stop complaining? I said dreadfully to my best friend on the phone. We were talking about a girl I worked with who complained 24/7, literally around the clock, nonstop, about anything and everything. Things like if we ran out of sugar in the break room, it would be the end of the world. And then once she was done complaining about one thing, she would move on to something else to complain about. And I am not exaggerating. It drove me nuts so much that I had to call my best friend up and have her brainstorm ways I could get her to finally stop complaining. We couldn't think of anything. Later that week, I was scrolling on Instagram and ran into someone's post. The post said something like, just completed the 7-day no complaining challenge with my friends. Curious, I sent her a message and asked her if she can tell me more about this challenge. Sure, she said. It's pretty much a challenge where you don't complain for 7 whole days. I can send you the PDF if you'd like. So she forwarded it to me, and I didn't even read all the instructions. All I cared about was that there would be no complaining for 7 whole days. And I thought, this is what I need to get my coworker to finally shut up. This is my ticket to sanity. Even just for 7 days, I'll take it. And then I started daydreaming of how life would be like at my desk. Birds singing, sun shining, a feeling of peace in the air. Life was good. So the next day at work, I went up to that coworker and said, hey, so I ran into this cool thing online called the 7-day no complaining challenge. A whole bunch of people have done it. Do you want to do it with me? I heard it was life-changing. I think it'll be so much fun. I'm starting tomorrow. Sure, she replied. I'll do it with you. Thank goodness. Prayers answered. So here we go. Day 1, write down every complaint you have throughout the day, and at the end of the day, look at your list. So the day goes by, and I get home and pull out my list of complaints. You know, when you go to Target for one thing, and then you leave with a receipt that looks like this, and you're like, huh? And you even hold it up to the light in disbelief. I looked at my list of complaints like that. Like, wait, I don't even remember buying this. Wait, did I really complain about this? I was baffled. Day 2, dissecting the complaints. I was instructed to look at my list and evaluate the what, where, and how. Meaning, what was I complaining about? Where was this coming from? And how I can find possible solutions to these complaints. So I got to work and started dissecting some of these complaints. For example, this day has been such a drag. So the what, the day feeling extremely long. Where was this coming from? I've actually been tired due to lack of sleep. How can I solve this problem? Maybe I shouldn't binge on Netflix until 12 a.m. at night and get more sleep. Then my days wouldn't seem so long because I'm well rested. Day 3, slow it down. Rushing from one thing to another all day increases stress and anxiety, which is where a lot of the complaints come from. Allow yourself time throughout the day to take it slow and take a breather. So that day, I woke up a little earlier than usual and found that because I wasn't rushing after my alarm clock, my day didn't seem so frantic. Day 4, write a list of things you're grateful for. Studies found that writing things down does 2 things for your brain. 1, external storage, meaning you're storing it and have easy access to it at any time. And 2, encoding, which is the process in which what we perceive travels to our brain's hippocampus, where it is analyzed. From there, your brain decides what to keep for long term and what to toss. When you physically write things down, it strengthens this encoding process, which in return increases the chances of you remembering what you wrote. Day 5, go throughout the day and take pictures of things that are beautiful or that make you smile. So I snapped a picture of this flower on my way to work, and this cool looking tree, and these 2 squirrels fighting over someone's muffin in the street. At the end of the day, I found myself scrolling through so many pictures, not realizing I took so many that day. Day 6, stop beating yourself up. All negative self-talk is banned for the day. And when you catch yourself, replace it with a compliment. So that day I caught myself saying, "Oh, I look terrible today." And then I stopped and replaced it with, "Okay, but my shoes are super cute." Day 7, rephrase. Every time you have a negative thought, stop and rephrase it to be a positive one. So that day when I whispered to myself, "I'm totally gonna bomb this presentation," I stopped and rephrased it to, "I'm excited to show everyone what I've been working on this past week." At the end of the 7 days, I thought, wow, that challenge was a lot deeper than I thought. But dang it, it's over, and now I have to hear my coworker complain every single day again. The following day after work, I walked to my car and noticed I had a parking ticket on the windshield. I picked it up, and the most odd thing happened. I thought to myself, I got a ticket, but you know who doesn't get tickets? People who don't have cars. And then I thought back to the days where I was dead broke and didn't even own a car. That thought propelled me to say, I'm so thankful that I have a car these days. I proceeded to get in my car, ticket in hand, and then when I sat down, I thought, whoa, what just happened there? Did I really kind of say I'm grateful for getting a parking ticket? I sat there and started crying. You see, for all my life, I thought God was punishing me. For when I was a little girl, exposed to unimaginable childhood trauma, and then entering my adulthood where I was a magnet for toxic relationships and friends and family and every single man that I dated, I was used, taken advantage of, betrayed. And I even scolded God one night, asking him, why me? Why are you picking on me? So many people on this earth, and you choose to repeatedly punish me? I didn't do anything to deserve this. Life turned me cold to the point where I started taking advantage of people. I was the one betraying. I was rude and nasty to people. I even rolled my eyes when I saw someone smiling. I was so unhappy that I tried to drag other people down so that I wasn't in this darkness by myself. I did that 7-day challenge a year ago. And what has happened since then? I've been a guest on 2 podcasts. I've spoken at 4 different events. I made front page of 2 newspapers back home. I was the recipient of the 2019 Woman of the Year Award, given to me by Women on the Rise, a global organization that recognizes women for the work that they do in the community, presented to a woman who uplifts, encourages, and supports her fellow sisters. All of this recognition emerged after I started a blog. In this blog, I document all my struggles and how I overcame them. You see, when I did that challenge, it unknowingly equipped me with tools These were the tools I needed to cut the baggage that was weighing me down all my life. Those tools single-handedly taught me to, day 1, be mindful of my thoughts. Day 2, dissect them. Get to the root of where those thoughts are even coming from. Day 3, slow it down. Be present. Life is truly a gift. Slow down and enjoy it. Day 4, write down what I'm grateful for. Writing these things down implanted gratitude in my brain and trained it to whip it out in times of need habitually. Day 5, by snapping pictures, I realized that there's beauty in everything, that life is a series of thousands of tiny miracles. You just have to notice them. Day 6, stop beating myself up with negative thoughts. My mind is a garden. My thoughts are the seeds. I can either grow flowers or I can grow weeds. And on the last day, rephrasing, taking the negative thoughts and molding them into positive ones. In an article published by Harvard Med School, researchers Dr. Robert Emmons and Dr. Michael McCullough did a study on 3 different groups. One group was instructed to write down things they were grateful for every single day for a week. The second group was instructed to do the same, but instead write down complaints. The third was instructed to write anything they'd like. At the end of the week, the researchers conducted interviews to measure each individual's quality of life and how content they were with it. The results found that those who wrote about things they were grateful for had a dramatically higher score than those who were instructed to write down complaints and those who wrote things down that were neutral. They found that gratitude helps people feel more positive emotions, relish good experiences, deal with adversity better, build stronger relationships, and even improved their physical health. The day I received that parking ticket and flipped the script unconsciously, I realized that the more that I practiced these tools, the easier it would be for me to flip the script on essentially any thought that crossed my mind. Those thoughts of self-doubt, thoughts of insecurity, thoughts of fear. I took those tools and flipped the script of my entire life. I was not being punished. I realized that these mountains that I was carrying, I was only supposed to climb. I documented this climb. I wrote and published that journey so that people can use my stories as a map to climb their mountains. Everything that happened in my life was for a higher purpose, something I failed to realize because I couldn't master my thoughts. That scene, birds singing, sun shining, a feeling of peace, was my life all along. I just had to change the lens myself in order to see it. When things change inside you, things change around you. Last year, I showed my coworker the challenge, wanting to change her because she was negatively affecting my life. Little did I know that challenge would save mine. Your thoughts provoke emotion. Your emotion inspires action. Action forms your reality. In just 7 days, I was given the tools to rewrite my entire life story. Are you up for the challenge? Thank you.